Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Jatadhara Educational Technology. I am Tripti and we are here for our morning maths classes. So let's get started. So the topic for the day is multiples. We are going to learn about multiples. I hope my screen is visible. So children, before we get into the topic, let me tell you, we are going live on YouTube. Like all these sessions go live on YouTube. So I would request you all to kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel, and there is a chat box under the video which you can use to interact with me, which you can use to answer the questions and ask your queries. So let's get started. Here, let's consider the following. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. So what is this? This is the times table of 2. And all these numbers that you see here, these are the multiples. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All these are the multiples of 2. What are multiples? Multiples are the numbers that comes in the times table of a particular number. Like multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all these. Similarly, over here, the condition is you have to write the multiples of 2 which are greater than 20. Here we have written the multiples up to 20, but over here you have to write the multiples which are greater than 20. So let's see. 11 times 2 we'll do. If we'll do that, we'll get 22. 12 times 2, 24. 13 times 2, 26. 14 times 2. So if you see this times 2 means, what is times 2? Times 2 means the double. Times 2 means the double of that number. If it's 15 times 2, 15 times 2 means the double of 15, which is 30. 16 times 2 is 32. 17 times 2 is 34. 18 times 2 is 36. 19 times 2 is 38. And 20 times 2 is double of 20, which is 40. So the multiples of 2 greater than 20 are 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, and so on. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. This will continue. Okay? And remember that the multiples of 2, whatever it is, will always end with even numbers. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. A number ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0 is an even number. Even number. Even numbers are the numbers that you can group into two, or you can make pairs. So the multiples of 2 always ends with even number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. Now over here, if you see, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, which is the times table of 2. 10 times 2, like I have put a 0 here. 10 times 2. So there will be no such difference, just one, that if it's ending with, like if 1 times 2 is 2, I have written that, but here we have an extra 0. So we will put a 0 here. That is 20. Okay, next. Let's go to the next one. 2 times 2, or I made it here 20 times 2. 1 0 is there, so I'll put that 0 over here. 20 times 2 is what? 40. 30 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 0 here, 60. 40 times 2, 0. 4 2s are 8, 80. 50 times 2, 2 5s are 10. So I've written that 10 only, but there is an extra 0, 0. Same thing will happen. Now, if it's 10 times 2, it's 20. Here we have 100 times 2. We know that 10 times 2 is 20. And there is one extra 0, which I will put here, which will make it as 200. Right? Similarly, we go for 11 times 2. Here I made it as 110 times 2. You just have to put 1 0 extra. That's it. 120 times 2, 240. 130 times 2, 260. So every time I'm putting a 0, extra 0 over here, like 20 times 2 is 40. But 200 times 2 is 400. Like I have just put an extra 0. That's it. Okay. Now let's do the multiples of 3. 3 times 1 is 3, or 1 times 3 is 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27. And 10 times 3 is 30. So these all numbers are called as the multiples of 3, right? All these numbers are called as the multiples of 3. Now we have to write the multiples of 3 which are greater than 30. Okay. So greater than 30, we have 33 because it's 11 times 3, 12 times 3, 36, 13 times 3, 39, 14 times 3, 42, 15 times 3, 45, then 48, 51, 36, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, so on. All these are the multiples of 3 which are greater than 30. Right? Now over here, 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So 10 times 3. See, the difference in both is I have put an extra 0 here. So that's why it has become 30. Instead of 3, it has become 30 now. 20 times 3 is 60. 30 times 3, 90. See, I did 4 times 3 here, that is 12. But here, it's 40 instead of 4. So, 12 will become 120. Okay? 50 times 3, then 10 times 3 is 30. Obviously, because 1 times 3 is 3, there is one extra 0, so it is 30. 100 times 3, there is one more 0, like apart from 10, there is one more 0 here, 300. Two zeros in the answer also. 300. Right? Again, the same thing over here. 20 times 3, 2 times 3 is 6, and there is one 0, so 60. Now 200 times 3, there are two zeros over here, so two zeros over here. 2 times 3 is 6. It's simple. If there is one extra 0, like if there is one 0 in any of the number, like towards the end, so in answer also you will get 1 0. If there are two zeros at the end, you will get two zeros in the answer as well. Now, multiples of 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24. 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 4 is 36. And 10 times 4 is 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. All are the multiples of 4. But if we talk about the multiples of 4 greater than 40, we have these. Look. 44, 48. We have 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 80. All these are the multiples of 4 which are greater than 40. Over here, let's see. 1 times 4 is 4, 10 times 4 is 40. 2 times 4 is 8, 20 times 4 is 80. So whenever you are putting an extra 0, you are getting an extra 0 in the answer as well. Now, what I want you to do is, same with 11. 20 times 4 is 80. 200 times 4 is 800. Now, I want you to write the multiples of 5. Come on. Write the multiples of 5 in your notebook or whatever paper you have. Write the multiple. Giving you a minute to write the multiples of 5. Come on. I hope it's done. 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Is it clear? Have you all written the same thing? If yes, then perfect. Now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 are called multiples of 5. And remember one thing, dear children, the multiples of 5 always end with 5 or 0. You can see here 5 or 0, 5 or 0, 5 or 0, right? 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. So these are all called as the multiples of 5. We have to now see what are the multiples of 5 that are greater than 50. 11 times 5 is 55, 12 times 5 is 60, 13 times 5 is 65, then 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, and 100. 20 times 5 is 100. You can see here 2 times 5 is 10, right? 2 times 5 is 10, 10, and there is one more 0. That is 100. So 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100 are all the multiples of 5 which are greater than 50, and this will continue like 105, 110, 115, 120, like that. Now multiples of 5 always ends with 5 and 0. I told you multiples of 5 always end with 5 or 0, no other number. Similarly, I told you the multiples of 2 always end with even number like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And multiples of 5 end with 5 or 0. Now see here, 1 times 5 is 5, but 10 times 5. I have got one extra 0 here, so one extra 0 will be in the answer also. 2 times 5 is 10. That means 20 times 5 is 100. Why? Because see, 2 times 5 is 10, so I have written that 10 over here. But there is one extra 0, which is making 2 as 20. So I have put that extra 0 here as well, 100. 30 times 5, 3 times 5 is 15. 1 0, it's here. 40 times 5, 200. 50 times 5, 250. 60 times 5, 300. 70 times 5, 350. 80 times 5, 400. 90 times 5, 450. And 100 times 5 is 500. Look how 1 times 5 is 5. Okay? And there are two zeros along with 1. That makes it 100. So 2 zeros here along with 5. That makes it 500. Okay. Similarly, for 11, can you please try to do it like, just put one extra zeros here along with these numbers and try to solve them. It's very easy. In the answer also, you have to just put, 1 0 extra. That's it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So 1 to 12 times 5 is 600. Like 12 times 5 is 60, but 120 times 5 is 600 because there is one extra 0 over here. Next is 130 times 5, which is 650. 140 times 5, which is 700, because 5 times 14 or 14 times 5 is 70. So 1 0 extra is here, so 700. Similarly, all these. 20 times 5, basically how it is coming, 2 times 5 is 10. So I have written 10 here. But 1 0 is extra, so that 1 0 is here. Now 2 times 5 is again 10. I have written that. There are two zeros that I can see here. So that is 1000. Okay. Next, we will write the multiples of 6 in the same way. Can you write the multiples of 6, everyone? Write the multiples of 6 first. Okay, next one. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. Now, all these numbers like 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60 are the multiples of 6. Now, we are going to write the multiples of 6 greater than 60. Try to write the multiples of 6 greater than 60, like by 11, 12, 13, like that. I hope it's done. So 66, 72, 78, 84, 90, 96, 102, 108, 114, 120. All these are multiples of 6 greater than 60. Yeah, so that's how it goes. Now, over here, the same thing. 1 became 10 here and 6. 10 times 6 is 60. 20 times 6 is 120. 30 times 6 is 180. Every time 10 is coming extra. 10 times 6 is 60, but 100 times 6 is 600. 2 zeros here, so 2 zeros in the answer because 1 times 6 is 6 only. Similarly, we are doing the same thing like we are doing it here. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 0 extra, so 1 0 I have put here. 2 times 6 is 12, but 2 zeros over here, so I have put 2 zeros over here. Now let's discuss some common multiples. Now, what are common multiples? Common means the same. Common means the same. So, same multiples. If I talk about the multiples of 2 and multiples of 3, these are the multiples of 2 and 3. There is a list of multiples. We have to identify the common multiples. Common means the same multiples we have to see. The multiples that are same in both, that you see both in the table of 2 and 3. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Actually, 34 is not the one. It's 36. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. 36. And then we have 42. Okay. So these are the common multiples of 2 and 3. Common means the same. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. Even this can go further. If we talk about the common multiples of 4 and 5, these are the multiples of 4 and these are the multiples of 5. Common means the same. If you figure out 20 is there in both, then I can see 40 in both. I can see 50, no, 60 in both. Then we have 80. So the common multiples of 4 and 5 are 20, 40, 60, 80. Common means the same. Now the common multiples of 4 and 6. Can you figure out the common multiples of 4 and 6? Find out the common multiples of 4 and 6. Common multiples of 4 and 6. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. Wait. Yeah. So these are the common multiples of 4 and 6. It's not 8, it's 84. Wait. Okay. So these are the common multiples of 4 and 6. Right? Common means the same. You just have to find the same multiples. Same. 4 and 10. these are the multiples of 4 and these are the multiples of 10. You have to find the common multiples of 4 and 10. So I can see only 20, 40, 60, 80. And if we'll move further, it will be 100 as well. So these are the common multiples of 4 and 10. So children, we will stop here only. That's all for our today's class. We are going to continue with the similar kind of questions in the next class and even more. So kindly practice by that time. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next class, everyone. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.